page, the good events page.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, that makes
Just
all
do it
four of
right.
us.
Fuck it, let's
Just do
just go live. Hello, everybody. I'm Sydney Winston, and also known as Ask an Atheist. With me today, my regular co-host, Lou. Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
We thought we'd lost you, but not yet. Not yet, right?
No, I'm not disappearing. I'm just.
Okay, good. You're just disappearing.
No, I'm not going. I'll disappear for a little bit, probably.
Okay. We also have Bunto,
Welcome.
who's always here. And and we have Karen.
Yeah, of course.
There you go.
Hello, hello, happy to be here.
Put the female last.
Tell us.
I know, I wasn't
Karen.
even going to say that.
Well, it's just upset because Karen showed.
I didn't put you last. I put you in order of. Well, I had to put Lou second because he's my co-host and he deserves that absolute honor.
I did not take
Bunto,
it as a diss.
and Bunto, he was here like an hour before we even got going, so he was here to keep me company.
Right.
Okay, just to put some perspective onto my seemingly cruel decisions.
Not at all. I didn't take it that way at all.
All right.
So
Patriarchy.
But now we're going to focus on Lou because Lou is focusing on waffles.
on awful things.
All right, Lou, you got some splaining to do.
Those fighting. No,
First off, prove you're Lou Pliskin, man. That doesn't look like the same guy to me.
Last time we all saw Lou. Okay, let me just paint the picture. Last time we saw Lou, he looked nothing like that. Firstly, he was wearing that trilby or whatever hat.
Wasn't a bank robbed or something?
And he had the thickest beard going that you've ever seen. You never thought would ever come off, and it's gone. But anyway, I'm sure there's a reason behind it, and I don't know. Maybe you want to say something about it.
I'm probably fleeing from the law, so I had to change my appearance. You know.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that there was a lot of surgery.
Yeah. A lot of surgery time.
Yeah, because you've kind of become quite a good-looking guy.
Oh yeah. It was a total facial makeover.
Oh, I was going to say, speaking as the woman, you look good with your face showing. Really, it looks nice.
Thank you.
Sexy.
There you go. Very sexy. Exactly.
So here's my.
Now, I have one question before you carry on. Did you meet your partner in the flesh before or after you shaved your beard? For the first time.
Well, that's a long story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a before or after.
Not yet. So it would be after. I don't know.
You haven't met her yet, so it's an after. Okay, got it. No problem.
Oh, you're just about to meet her.
I can't wait till this is all died down and it's a kind of old news, and then you can explain to us the whole,
Yeah, because I can't.
Not only now, but the whole history.
Yeah. I can't say certain things until.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm very sensitive to things that are like court proceedings that are sort of in the works.
Yeah.
I don't talk. No one should ever talk about it because it's just wrong.
But
it's unethical.
I think it's going to turn out well.
Yeah, we'll put the docs in the side chat. Anyway, keep going, Lou.
Dude, what the who? Oh, you had a kid in the side chat? I don't know. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be very entertaining for me at least.
Tara, come on in.
So.
I'm going to give everybody the link that's in the chat to come on in if they want. If I can't. Oh, there we go.
Everybody.
I can't do that. Sorry.
I don't have the chat opened up. I don't have the chat.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right.
The chat freaking window. Oh, where the hell?
Looks like I can't do that. Oh dear.
Because then I gotta go to.
What I can do is share it with Tara. And how I do that is, I have no idea.
So Sid, who do you got? Are you just going to do this all on your own, or do you got somebody filling in, and so you're gonna hang
Yeah,
out?
I've got some people who are considering. I don't know if anyone's considering
Rancam.
full-time.
Rancam?
Well, it's a good idea. But Kenny's mentioned that he might want to.
Good.
Good. That's a good one.
Keep him off the streets.
Yeah, I don't think he's on the streets very much. He looks a little too well manicured to be on the streets.
Oh, what a racist.
Why is that racist?
No, it doesn't matter what.
Far away, man.
I come from the trailer.
I don't have your.
Like, you know, I had the beard and my hands are all blistered up from working on my fucking truck and everything.
You're ghetto, man.
I'm ghetto. I got like dirt and grease under my fingernails and stuff. And I'm just saying, I don't think you would ever find grease underneath Kenny's fingernails.
He's got money counting hands.
Well, he's a comedian.
And I would go so far as to place money that he actually gets manicures.
Wow.
Tara,
Yeah.
I have sent you the link to your notifications. Come on in. Come on.
Come on. But yeah, he's a good choice, though. He's a good choice. I'm just saying, he's probably not a street person.
Well, no, he's not. No, he's a very funny guy. He's a very smart, intelligent, thinking guy, and he's like 20 years old. I mean,
All that.
You know.
And I told him he needs to get his ass into school. But
Isn't he an IT student or of some sort?
no, he was doing some online stuff, but we need to get his ass to an actual college campus and develop that brain.
Yep. Okay, good. Then he can start writing the programs for us right now. He has a project.
And then he can be an intern, and he would have to work for free.
Yes, he's our slave. Absolutely.
Well, boy, good choice of words there.
Our slave boy.
Good choice of words. Oh,
Maybe he's watching and he'll come in now.
So yeah, no, the truck is probably the real reason. Well, it's half the reason I haven't been online very much.
Oh,
You know,
all right.
I mean,
Okay,
of course.
can I just tell everyone that we are going to be talking about the subject, the topic that's in the topic of the hangout, and that is feminism versus theism, feminism versus theism, and what's coming. But Lou has limited time before he has to take off, and so that is why we're focusing on.
Well, I might have to hear about this feminism stuff.
Oh, okay. Then we can get started.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, she just gets sent the video. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not true.
I gotta go find the link to here. So
Oh, I don't know. I'll try it
as
again.
long as it's not Israeli feminists.
No. I'm trying to get Terry in. Just hold on. Somehow
What?
it's faded.
Disraeli?
Israelis.
Oh,
Feminists.
Disraeli. I thought it was Disraeli, yeah.
This I don't know what
This
that.
should be the link.
That'd be like a very good kind. Did you guys see G-Man wandering around the streets screaming like a madman?
I'm sending it to you again, Tara.
Today?
So-
No.
Yeah, he uploaded it today. I think it was today. Pretty sure it was today.
If you do
Like,
get
how
the
many
link to
hits were on
watch,
Huh?
the link to join should be in the watch
Ooh,
on the event page.
I got it in there.
Sorry. The link to join should be on the event page and on the YouTube page of SecularTv.
Hey, I got. Oh, they said you gave them the wrong link.
I know, but I didn't. I gave them the link that comes up in the.
You gave them the wrong link.
I don't know how to. There's Karen.
Why is Karen all dark?
Because okay. I'm gonna stop that then.
What did you do?
He's just
Sorry,
that's
Karen.
big.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna just let everybody just come on.
What did?
Yeah.
What?
Stop doing that.
All right. I've stopped.
Okay.
He-Man was
Okay,
born.
I think we should get into the topic. Okay.
Okay, sure. Is it important?
I love it. I love it, Lou. Love it.
Well, not yet, maybe, but I foresee a time where we are going to have a clash of cultures.
Well, yeah.
I foresee a time where feminists, where women, females, will take a stand against the patriarchal institution
What?
that is hidden behind the name of behind the
Name of
behind
what?
the theism dogma and all this kind of nonsense.
Oh.
I'm just wondering if anyone agrees with me, number one. Number two, when is it coming, if they do agree with me? And number three, what's the result going to be? So anybody want to start?
Ladies first.
I guess I'll go because ladies first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, only because I decided to go first, not because of that. Yeah, I actually do. I actually do think that there will be some time, hopefully during my lifetime, where women decide, I've had enough of this. I actually think not just women, but I also think the black community will also rise up and go, you know what, this church is really kind of part of what's kept us in chains all these years. Let's just forego. But that's another show, actually. We're doing a show on that this weekend. But yeah, I think women will. I think it's going to be this next generation. To be honest, I think my generation's still a little, trapped in their God and in the shackles of their religion. They just can't think outside of the box. But I think that this new generation that's coming up, at least the kids that I know, are so forward-thinking. And I like to think that it will be a very open thing and not just kind of women quietly falling away from the church. But I like to think that there will be some open discussion about it and women just calling it out for what it has been for 5,000 years. And I hope to see that during my lifetime. I think it's religion, as we know, is a total mind fuck. Can I say that? And I think women particularly are, I think women particularly are attracted to the what they feel as a safe community of the church. There's so many single women, single moms out there, and I think that they like the community of the church before they even like the religion part of it. So anyway, yeah, I think it's going to happen, and when it does, I can hardly wait to see the whole thing go down the tubes. Because we women are at least 50%, if not more, because I know people, probably you guys do too, where the family goes to church because the mom takes everybody. The dad's kind of, and one of my best friends is like that. He goes, but only because he goes with his wife and the kids. He's not really a believer.
Right.
So in a lot of ways, I think that the community of the church is what's harder for most people to leave than the actual belief system. But the actual belief system is what keeps so many people so shackled to it. So.
Yeah. Well, it has theism on. Let's talk about the historicity of it all. Theism's been around since monotheism anyway has been dictating things since the 300s of the Common Era. All right, that's a couple of thousand years.
Yeah, that's a good long time. That's a good long run.
It's a good long time, and it's a good long time to ingrain generation upon generation upon generation of tradition, which is obviously, when you think about it, crap. But
exactly, because the culture gets to be real wrapped up in it.
Exactly.
And it just, like our own culture here in the United States. I don't know if everybody's here, but my culture here in the United States, just it's almost impossible to divide the two between culture and religion, and you have to do it real deliberately. Okay, waving the Canadian flag. That's good.
Religion's
You just made me.
I don't blame you.
I just don't want to be associated in any way with the United States.
Well,
other than the Constitution.
I don't want to be associated with this country, but I really don't have any choice in that matter. My only choice is to condemn what we do and say we got to do better. And
I'm not going to say I hate the country. I like living in this country. I've lived in other countries. I'm not one of those people that's like, if you know how the patriots quote these days are all God equals patriotism. This is not fine with me, but I do like my country. I love my country, but I love other countries as well. So I'm not going.
But how do you love a country? Like, what is it? You love the mountains? You love you kiss the ground? Like, what do you?
You know, we really do have freedoms here that a lot of people do not have. We have accessibility to many things that people do not have in other countries.
We have that other countries don't have as prolific gun violence.
You have a lot of
well, you know, he asked me to name what I like.
Prisoners that shouldn't be in your prisons.
Yeah, he asked me to name what I like. If you'd like a litany of what I don't like, I can do that.
I mean, yeah, but these are important. These are important. These are important issues.
Well,
this isn't just not liking.
Cool.
Terrifying.
I've talked to Tara before, I think. But
Hi, Tara.
What I know is Hershey sued Cadbury, so we don't get real Cadbury eggs here in America now.
I know. I think that's a big loss for our country. I really do.
Yes, I'm telling you, Hershey's must die.
I don't know about that. I like Hershey's, but I love Cadbury's.
Hershey's must die.
Hershey's must die.
Well, you know what? Cadbury's is better anyway, so just don't buy Hershey's, and they will die.
I don't know. I was in Australia. There was no Hershey's. I missed it.
And that's why Australia.
Chocolate. I think there's a lot of chocolate you can't go wrong with.
Safeway with a sign that says "Buy Cadbury's only." No Hershey's. Boycott Hershey's.
I don't know. I'm willing to accept other chocolates. You know, it's not a political issue.
Oh my
it's just not a political issue for me. You know, it's chocolate.
It's the Cadbury eggs in America are actually owned by Hershey.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Oh,
so
there's a distinct different taste, and
if you buy Cadbury's in America, you're actually buying Hershey's, and they're evil. That's why I say.
How about if I buy Cadbury's and Hershey's in Canada?
I don't know. I'm
getting faster generalization.
I know that they compete against other for price at the at the markets because they're pretty much the only big names.
Well, that's an experiment you have to do for us. You have to go to wherever you can find Cadbury's.
Just do a taste test.
No, I tell you what I do. No,
Cadbury.
I have my chocolate ethics.
You don't have to buy them. You just got to tell us where they're made.
No, this is my chocolate ethics. I refuse to pay. I refuse to pay more. I refuse to pay more than $10. Than $2 for 100 grams of chocolate. That's my limit.
Okay.
100 grams of chocolate. You talk about it like you're buying drugs.
You are.
It's chocolate. I'm buying drugs. I'm an
That's
addict.
just because the drug community.
I'm a chocolate addict. I don't know what's a cocoa addict, whatever.
Hey, the drug community has taken on metrics like the rest of the world. He can't help it if he's aware of metrics, man. It's just the United States that doesn't use it.
It used to be everybody.
Chocolate.
Can we take a moment to say hi to Tara?
Hi.
And to how you doing?
Hi, Tara.
Hello.
I'm glad you finally found your way in. That's pretty amazing.
You sure? You're not afraid?
No, I wanted you in here. I can't believe that Google told you that I was afraid. I mean,
no, nobody told me. No,
Google.
Most people are afraid of me.
Yes. Well,
or they find me irritating. Either way.
Well, we'll find out. Okay. But I also want to say hi to Kenny, Mental Outlaw.
Hola. What's up? Hey, I recognize Tara's avatar. Did you comment on one of my videos recently?
I did.
Oh, awesome.
I've commented on many of your videos, actually.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
And they do copy onto my Google account, so you are getting exposure, however small.
You know, it's contrary to what other people say, Kenny, you really are photogenic, so you
really are.
Turn your camera on.
I can turn my camera on. Okay. Hold on, I gotta plug the shit in first.
We had a question for Kenny though.
All right, go ahead while I mess with this webcam.
Have you ever had grease under your fingernails, like car grease?
Oh.
Have I ever had grease under my fingernails?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure? We need picture evidence because I have a bet that you're just too pretty to have grease under your fingernails.
Welcome to prison life, Kenny.
It like bounces off him. Any kind of dirt just bounces off him.
Yeah.
Because I'm
just,
too
like-
pretty for dirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just. It's like what is the word?
Nobody would let you. Nobody would let you work in the dirt. That's what he's
I'm
saying.
just saying, like, you'd like go to a car and pick up a wrench, and somebody'd be like, "Here, don't, let me do that for you."
Because I'm too pretty for manual labor.
Oh.
Lou, you need to tell my dad that, because my dad is the reason I've had fucking car grease under my fingernails.
Oh, there he is.
Is he a mechanic?
Yeah, I used to be a mechanic for a little while. Well, I used to be a mechanic in the sense that I got paid to work on cars, but I didn't do shit most of the time.
Oh yeah, you're saying something about it. So, like, I just rebuilt my front end on my truck, more or less.
So, your success as a mechanic is realized.
Right. I mean, none of the wheels have fallen off, and I've been driving it for like 3 or 4 days. So I think.
Have you
That's my criteria.
put those little lugs on the end? You know those little things that kind of tie the wheel onto the axle or something?
Talking about the wheels. Yeah.
I don't know.
I had to replace 5 of those, and it was a pain in the ass, and it took me like 3 days and a blowtorch.
Oh my! Well, I'm not much of a mechanic. All I know is that when you replace the wheels, you have to buy a new alternator, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah, your mechanic knowledge is about as good as mine, yet I used to be a mechanic. So that goes to show you.
So
I
it
was-
costs a lot of money. Oh, go ahead, Tara.
Oh, I'm in a car family too. My uncles have been working for the car plant since I was sperm.
Love it.
So
Remember that? You have a good memory, man.
yeah, it's like while my mom was pregnant, she worked on a car. No.
While my
No.
mom was working on a car, she
This
fell
was-
pregnant.
No. So that was a joke. But my uncles definitely tried to make sure we knew what we were doing with our cars.
She was changing the spark plugs, and she wasn't pregnant. By the time she was finished changing those spark plugs, I was a little wiggly.
I wouldn't take her that long. Not if put in one of my uncle's hands for sure.
Yeah.
Or it could have been, you know, you were swimming down the pipe while somebody was in the car.
Oh boy.
No, my dad does not have that in him at all.
And because I hear that's a thing with, you know, working on cars in the garage and stuff.
I've seen those pornos. Exactly.
Reminds me of the Woody Allen movie.
My parents are medical students, and one's a chiropractor, one's an RN. Why would they be? If anything, it would be during a scene of playing doctor. Come on, guys, get it right.
Okay, here's a
Come on.
question.
So, yeah.
You have to get a fucking organ removed, like your appendix or some shit.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
And your doctor choices is Dr. Oz or Doogie Howser.
Doogie Howser.
Really?
Doogie,
Colin.
I don't
Doogie
mean
Howser.
like the character, I mean like Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, yeah.
So you would
Neil Patrick Harris. I trust him. I don't trust Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz is
Anything.
followed that far. Okay.
Dr. Oz. Nope on Dr. Oz. Yeah, I'd have to go Doobie as well.
I'd do it myself before I'd let Dr. Oz touch
Take out your own appendix.
me. Yeah, just
Take 2 shots of whiskey, bite down on a leather strap, and hand me a knife.
probably would make my surgery gone better if I'd done it myself.
You know what? I like the fact that what's her name, Tara? That Tara is basically destroying the stereotype of what is and is not manly. She sounds more manly than me. Works on cars more often than I do. Performs self-surgery.
You know, if I had a dime for every time I heard somebody say that, I would be rich.
Performs self-surgery.
Rich, yeah.
Plus, you'd have an extra dime.
The short hair, yeah. I have an extra dime
Yeah.
left over.
I don't like having shit done on me without anesthesia. Like when I went to get my wisdom teeth taken out, I'm like, give me all the drugs.
You can't. I've only had 2 major surgeries, and the one that I had to stay awake for was toenail surgery, and that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. It was actually really fascinating, except for when the anesthetic wore off halfway through on one of my toes.
Hey, tell them to give you more.
And that I did. I'm like, ah!
More
Sorry,
drugs.
stick.
Oh.
No, that
Yeah,
wasn't
like,
the
I've
good
tried
shit. It was just local anesthetic.
But yeah, this vacation is pretty much in the theme of the usual vacations of my life, though, which is going to some shithole that no one's ever heard of.
You know what? It is what you make of it, man. Make it something good.
Like I did that. Like I was the only soldier I know that went back to Korea on a vacation.
I love
Good
it.
for you. Good for you, actually.
It took me like a half an hour to explain to the gate guard that I was there on passport and not on orders.
Like purposefully here.
He's like, but where's your orders? I'm like, oh, we're
From
going.
the flight company?
I totally came here on purpose. That's why
So
I'm
who's
here.
the oldest?
So it's cool that I'm glad that continuity continues in my life.
What just happened? What did I... Was that just the
So,
special effects?
just to sort of get back to the topic.
Feminists.
Yeah. Not feminists.
Yes.
It's feminism against theism. It's the clash of cultures. It's coming, or is it?
No.
Tara, what do you think?
Me?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? I mean,
Are you
we
sure?
haven't heard your opinion yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Even some of the most liberal religions, save only maybe 1 or 2 I can think of offhand, that wasn't invented in the last century or 2, pretty much all of them are at odds with what we consider feminism, like actual equal rights for both genders and all in between. And even then, they still put it in stigmatized roles. Like I'm thinking primarily of Wicca, where they worship women and mother goddesses and stuff like that, but they always have to put men in pigeonholes too, and make sure that the men are doing this and the women are doing this. It's the same. It's the same thing. I just
It really is.
It's
It
really
really
is.
What? So, in other words, if I were to paint a broader picture, say, take Wiccan. It has a very sort of narrow presence as opposed to other religions. But let's say I took Wiccan and I spread it around, covering everything else, and now we have a planet that is Wiccan. Only Wiccan, nothing else.
Only Wiccan. Okay. I can live on this planet.
Yeah. Tell us what this planet looks like.
Whenever you have some human.
Anybody read the Maryland Chronicles?
No.
Yeah, I've read some of that stuff.
You've read the Maryland Chronicles?
I read some of it at the beginning because a friend was telling me about it. I'm like, yeah, it's not my thing.
Gosh.
Sorry, it's not my thing.
That's okay. But that's what I was going to say. I was going to say it was the time of the mothers in that book, because they had a period of this time, and then the harems, which was like severe, like machismo, like the women were enslaved, and then they did the opposite, where the men were enslaved, and then after that they were like, this is not working. We have to fix it, and that's what I think it kind of would happen that way. There would still be fighting, but it would eventually claw out. That it would even out eventually. I would like to think.
Yeah, because I think what'll happen, I think eventually women will kind of get the clue that religion is not in their best interest, and they will do that thing where they swing all the way to the other side and get real militant about it. I mean, I know that there's a lot of that in the younger generation now, this real militant, what they like to think of themselves as militant feminists, which is not the same as feminism at all. It's just we're superior. It's this whole still one gender superior to the other kind of thing. So I think there will be kind of and it's happening. I see it happening. My son experiences that a lot. He's 14. So I think there will be this kind of swing back and forth, which happens until hopefully, except for how we're human, so it won't really happen, but until it would nicely rest in the middle. But as humans, I don't think we like to think of equality much. So.
Yeah, I actually understand what you mean by the scales are turning towards, because women. Do you guys remember that Madonna clip with Drake?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Lately.
The Madonna clip with Drake, where she basically assaulted him. on the stage.
No.
And people said, oh, it doesn't matter because, you know, he would want it and stuff like that. I'm like, that is the most disturbing thing I've ever heard. Drake is a young Canadian rapper. And
so did she just diss him for his gender?
She tongued him.
Ew.
Yeah, and he is half her age. He's younger than me. And if people brought up a good point. If that was a guy doing it to a young girl, there would be a lot of heat. But because it's an older woman doing it to a younger guy, why is there no heat?
I'm sorry. You have to educate me.
Well, wait a second. Wait a second.
Hold on a second. Whoa. Excuse me. I need some education. She tongued him.
On stage. Oh, she Frenched him. She stuck her tongue in his mouth.
She put her tongue in his mouth.
In his mouth.
And he's a little kid, and she's an old woman.
Well, he's 28. She's what is it? 1958.
50 something.
She's like
56 or something.
She's in her 50s. So she's about half his age, or about twice his age. About, I'd like to say.
Okay. Now, what exactly is Drake's opinion on this? Do you have something?
He said, "What the fuck?"
He said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, when she did it and just stalked off stage, you can hear him like looking confused and almost like saying what, and then you hear him say off screen, "What the fuck just happened?"
But
that's a shock. That's a Kanye West female version or something.
Well, I can't give an opinion on this story until I get an accurate, up-to-date picture of.
Let me see if I can actually find that.
Let's have a visual.
Yeah.
So interesting. Can anybody think of a single other example of a woman taking advantage of a man that way?
Can I interject here?
Yes, Bunto, go ahead.
Look, the first thing that jumped to my mind, across my mind, was the source. Okay, it's Madonna, right? I mean, it's not like surprising, is it? It's not.
Doesn't make it right.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like, you know, water is wet and the sun shall rise from the east. I mean, it's just
okay, but it's still the idea of one person sort of having more power over another person and taking advantage of that. It's still the same idea of that.
There's a lot of.
So what you're saying, it's less sexual, more power.
I think so. I think that's Madonna's whole thing is power.
Oh,
really.
Of course.
And I've supported that ever since the 80s when she first started with True Blue and all that. I mean, I liked it because you didn't see that very often, a woman having balls like that. So
Madonna did open the way for women, especially in performing. Absolutely.
I think she did. I mean, there were other women before her, but I think she opened it even wider. You know, and I supported that, but still, I don't care who you are. Just, there's somebody that you have power over, you don't get to stick your tongue in their mouth just because you can.
Well, I mean, it is Madonna. I need to see what she's looking like.
Sorry, I'm looking it up right now.
Does it matter if she's more attractive or not? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, well,
no, I think he actually just wants to see the clip in context to see, because I'm just paraphrasing it. I'm not putting it to justice. Here it is.
I'm sure you're accurate.
I can't imagine that there's any different context than what you explained.
I mean, was the guy straight or gay or whatever? I mean,
does it matter? I mean,
it should not matter.
Why was his mouth open in the first place?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God! You guys are now blaming the victim? Okay.
Yeah, see, that's not Feminism, guys.
I take it as a joke.
What else? Damn. Down his throat.
I mean, damn.
Okay, in the side chat right now.
Okay. All I'm saying is I have not checked Madonna off of the fuck it list.
Oh, she's still on the list?
Oh,
she's on the list for me.
Okay, she's not on my list now.
I don't like.
Maybe she didn't. She keeps doing that. She keeps being weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
The British thing was weird.
The British thing.
What was the British thing? Kenny?
But I'm English. Sorry.
Wait, what? Did you just ask for something?
Who is Emilio?
Who's Emilio?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
the son of Martin Sheen.
So when Sid decided to send me to the wrong hangout, I was hanging.
We all agreed to that. We all sent you to the wrong hangout. Yeah, it was a group decision there.
I was hanging out. I was hanging out with this guy named Emilio, who's like, "Oh yeah, Sid fucking sent me here too."
Yeah, but what's his name?
No,
Like, what's his?
that's
Let me
Madonna
see.
nowadays.
His name's Emilio. I don't know his. He
Okay,
told me his last
I'm
name.
gonna
but I
go
don't know.
try and find an Emilio.
Okay, unless that guy is
I
gay,
gave
that
him
is
the link.
totally acceptable behavior. Okay,
How do you
there's-
spell
So look-
Emilio?
I have ruled.
10
I'll
years
just type
from
it in
now,
the chat.
Madonna's going to do the same thing to Barack Obama, and it's not going to be shocking. I mean, it's Madonna. Come on.
Oh, if she does that to Barack Obama, I hope Michelle kicks her ass to the moon.
No, I think it'd be much better if they had like just a threesome and.
Or
Listen,
that.
Madonna
Michelle is kind of buff too, isn't Michelle?
She
kind
is.
of? I know she
She's-
used to be.
Oh.
She's got. You do not want to challenge her in an arm wrestling competition. I tell you.
Yeah, she whips some ass. She'll
She-
get my
yeah.
fingernails dirty.
probably whip her husband's ass. But anyway, listen, this is just her meal ticket, so it don't matter.
But that was totally.
Oh, I
acceptable.
see it now. Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
Like, he wasn't squirming away or anything like that.
I love it. Be a man, dude. You remember in the military when they put you in the room with all the CS gas? It's the same shit, man.
I know, and I
Madonna.
was perfect. You know what
This is Drake we're talking about, so that kind of explains why he wasn't squirming away right away. Because it's like, gee, I am getting molested, but when is this going to happen again?
Oh,
Yes.
Well,
Bam.
you're saying he doesn't have no game.
Bam.
No, the thing with Drake, and I'm probably not the best person to tell this because I don't know a lot of his gossip,
Bam.
but his thing used to be that he could have any girl in the world except for the ones he wanted, because he's got a shitload of groupies and stuff, because, I mean, he's a famous rapper.
Yep.
But every girl that he would actually want, like he wanted Nicki Minaj for a while, and she
Oh,
didn't.
God. What taste in women? What an idiot.
that lap dance. Ugh.
So, yeah, that's why.
Point.
That's what was probably
Good
going
point.
through his mind.
I didn't even remember that. Thank you for reminding me about that, actually.
I think I saw the Nicki Minaj blowjob porn.
What?
Yeah.
God.
Leave it to Lou
That is so shocking, isn't it?
to watch the blowjob.
No.
Well, come on, if you get a link for Nicki Minaj blowjob.
Okay, look, guys. You guys are getting your panties in a wad about the way people make their money. That's all they're doing is making money. It's not
Right.
biggie.
It's
You
it's
guys
all.
wearing panties?
Who's wearing panties? I don't know.
Getting your panties in a wad because she wants to make the Benjamins.
Are you talking about Madonna?
Yeah. She needs
I
the
think it's
penis
just-
out.
I think it's just when I just watched the clip for just a minute ago. I think
Yeah.
it's like when he pulls away, he's like,
Yeah, he looks very unhappy.
he looks very disgusted. You know?
Let me go ahead and dovetail this for Sid's benefit. All right, you got Madonna who's sticking her tongue down this kid's throat, right? And then you got the other, what's her name, Sinead O'Connor, who's ripping the Pope picture, right?
Oh, I remember that. I was
Destroying her career because of it, right?
well, I was so fucking. I was so happy when I saw that. It was such an awesome gesture.
So,
I loved it.
I'd call that in the score column,
loved
Theism 1, Feminism 0.
Hey,
I never even.
it. No, that was just brilliant. I loved it.
I need to bring up a point on this molesting thing. So we all getting upset because Madonna's going around kissing a young guy or whatever. But, you know, molesting-wise, that's not bad compared to what the Catholic priests are doing every day.
Did they look like Madonna?
Well, yeah, no contest.
Or Drake. I just don't think there's a comparison. It's kind of like if it's not the right thing, it's not the right thing. I don't know.
But what I'm trying to say, guys, is this, man. Madonna knows what sells,
Yeah.
and the atheist feminist doesn't know. So, score 1 for theism.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But isn't that a cake song anyways? Comfort Eagle, yeah. Comfort Eagle.
Look, you know, as far as like theism versus feminism, theism is like silly putty. It can mold itself into any shape it wants, so it could probably accommodate, you know, any battle with feminism head on.
I don't know. I think that maybe, but it would take a lot of backpedaling with their book.
It would.
Yeah.
It would. It absolutely. All of their books, even Buddhism has dark skeletons, like many skeletons in there. Many.
You know, but they're not, you know, above backpedaling. We've certainly seen it. So I know
Well, yeah, and they're pros at it. I mean, you could take someone like G-Man, a black dude that'll advocate slavery.
Yep. Perfect example, Kenny.
So,
That
yeah,
makes me
so I
cry.
mean, their mental gymnastics that they're capable of doing are ridiculous.
Yeah, and
Oh, well, on that
unfortunately,
point, hold on a second. But on that point, I want to just make a point of observation. I have many friends on Facebook that are Africans from South Africa. They are actually indigenous Africans.
Okay.
Many friends. Okay, like, I don't know. It just kind of spiraled somehow. And I see a lot of their posts that they make. Now, a lot of them are in their indigenous language, which I obviously don't understand.
Right.
But a lot of them are in English because English, is kind of their second language, or sometimes their first. However, a massive amount of them are very big into Jesus, and gospel and Jesus and Christianity and all faith and all this kind of stuff. Now, these aren't ex-slaves, in America. These are actual, like, Zulus and Bantus and Xhosa and like Tswana and like the real people, the actual tribal people.
Good pronunciations you have there. No, that was really good.
Well,
but
I'm from
again, it's a power issue because again, it's a power issue. Ever since the English went there and just kind of took over the land, just took people away and created their own economy in South Africa, and it's definitely a power issue. And I think anytime you're in that down position, you want to grab a piece of that power.
But it's females that are primarily reaching out, and those that are in, I don't know, some kind of a distress in one way or another. They say, I believe in Jesus and Jesus will help me and blah 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 on Facebook. And these people have never been slaves in the traditional kind of American.
How about this?
But there's still a learned powerlessness, even though they weren't slaves here. I mean, they're still in a one-down position. And that religion, don't forget, it's offering this amazing afterlife, this place where you can go, and all your suffering here on the planet's going to be worth it, and all of that. And and if you're buying into that, then you're able to swallow a whole lot of crap.
Right.
It's all I think in that case it's due to the lack of education, absolute lack of education.
Right. There's that, but also in the case of Africa, you have to keep in mind that the Catholic Church kind of went there first to indoctrinate a lot of people, give the religion to them. So not only is it because of lack of education and indoctrination, but it was kind of instilled generations ago.
Okay,
so it's like, your grandma's Christian, your mom's Christian, therefore you're going to be Christian.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's how it works, but...
Okay, how about this? What is the percentage of atheism here in the United States?
It's not very high.
One.
Is it under 10%?
I don't know.
You're going to get a
5%
wide number. I mean, it's difficult because it's not a group of people that come up and, and out themselves a lot of the time.
And all I can say is that we know it's phony here. See what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd say, I would venture to say there's 50% atheists in the United States.
I was going to say it was probably higher than 25%, but I don't know how much. That's what I was going to suggest.
Last time I heard it's like 3 to 7%.
So I just Googled it, but the first result is weird. Let me just read this to you to get your take on it. So 7% of Americans say that they don't believe in God or a universal spirit, but only 2% say that they're atheist.
What kind of shit is that?
Well, that's what I mean. I think a lot of people do not out themselves, and
they're afraid.
They will go by all kinds of different words, and they'll say, I'm just not religious, or I think of myself as spiritual, or whatever, and they're not really practicing. And that's why I think it's a higher number than that. I mean, significantly higher.
Exactly.
What I
That's
think,
confusing as fuck.
yeah, what I think is the vast majority of the population doesn't even use their brain matter well enough to get to
Love it.
where they can make a statement one way or the other. They're a theist or an atheist or,
Okay, Well, that's not the question. The question is this: why won't just with what Kenny said? Why won't these people say there is no God if they don't believe in the spiritual? Right?
Because the people who believe in God right now are in power and they can make themselves.
That's a good point. That's what I was thinking. It's like there's societal pressures against admitting the obvious.
There's literally in this country, they would say you cannot love America if you are an atheist.
They won't let you run for public office, honey. There's states that say you have to believe in God to run for public office.
Exactly. So coming out is very difficult for people. That's why I think it's important for us to be so very out. Because so many people don't have that voice where they feel like they can do it.
So the feminists have a huge, huge uphill battle in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're right there with them, Sid.
Oh, I'm absolutely right there with them.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. I'm going to mute my volume because
Is that like an old school?
Oh, the generator's running out of gas.
That's a
Sounds like a damn
The
jacket.
generator that runs your computer is running out of gas.
That's a
UFO contacting.
Are you podcasting from the TARDIS?
If only.
If only.
Anyway, feminism are more worried about male chauvinism than they are about hating God. So that's how come they're not, pushing it.
Well,
I don't know. Say that again.
They're more worried about the patriarchy and anti-men than they are about hating God.
But isn't that
that's
part
what's under-
of the so-called patriarchy?
Well, I mean, they're
Religion.
more into against men rights advocates and MGTOWs than they are worrying about if there's a God or not. That's what I'm trying to say.
but I see the frickin' MRAs and their radical feminist counterparts. I see them as such a small fringe slice of the population that they're really. I just don't even see the point in considering them, relevant to anything.
Sid,
Yes, Bunter.
what's your response to that? By the way, he's our foremost feminist here in the Great Debate community.
I
Radical feminist.
am the foremost feminist in the Great. Well, I don't like to be part of the Great Debate community because, as far as I'm concerned, there is no debate. However, I am certainly a feminist, a huge feminist.
Well, you cannot be a true modern, hardline feminist as a male unless you publicly, chop off your balls.
What do you think of that, Sid?
Why?
What? Who
That-
decided that?
That sounds a
law?
little extreme.
That's a little ridiculous.
Don't tell Ellen Alda.
Didn't you guys see that commercial? What's her name that hates balls, and it's a part of feminism? I'm just telling you. I'll find it.
Oh.
Well, you see, here's the thing with feminism, though, is that there's obviously going to be some extreme, crazy-ass feminist. It's kind of the same deal with Christianity. There's going to be some crazy, extreme Christians that say all kinds of kooky shit. Like, when somebody tells me that they're a feminist, I typically just wait to see what their views are. I don't try to put them in any type of box or make any judgment about them.
Right,
so, yeah,
'cause
I'm
it
sure
doesn't-
there's some feminists that think that you have to cut your nuts off, but I'm sure most of them
It's
don't
one of those
think that's
words
how to
right now. It's one of those words that is identified by whoever uses it. I mean a different thing than what my daughter means. I can tell you that for sure.
Right.
It's just kind of the way the word is being used right now. It's still kind of up for grabs. Ball wise.
There, okay,
Okay.
there's a must-see. There's a
What's-
must-see video.
Lou, what's this link you just posted here?
That's for Catherine Hagel hates balls.
Oh, I don't need to see that. Oh, Catherine Hagel. Well, I agree with everything she says. She's
What does she have against balls?
I've never
got-
heard of it.
Dangle.
Balls make you evil, okay? That's the original sin.
My balls don't make me evil.
Yes, they do. If you're a man, you're
If you
evil.
remove them,
I
in retrospect, you'll see how evil
Not.
you really are.
Balls are a load of
disagree.
fun.
My balls make myself as well as other people happy, so they're not evil.
We need those balls.
Right. These balls are very important to
These
society.
balls are
Well,
made for walking.
Okay, well look,
I'm very fond of some, so I certainly wouldn't say they're evil. So
let me offer this to all the participants. Okay, when you guys heard of Atheism Plus?
Yes, I think everybody has.
Okay, how did that go south? But the feminists you know, invaded that and turned it towards their social justice war. So I mean, you know, I think the same thing could happen with theism versus feminism.
There's no connection between the two.
Yeah, because like I said, that's the fringe, and that's not real feminism.
Okay,
I'm not
well,
sure. Is there anybody out there who is really speaking real feminism that you think, okay, I like what they're saying? Who's someone you would point to and say, okay, that's a real feminist? Right
okay,
there?
I want to tell you this. Okay, I'll bring up the other end of the argument. I do believe Anita Sarkeesian does have some valid points on occasion. Okay.
Anita Sarkeesian.
Right. Well, Kenny, isn't she like the foremost feminist loudmouth today?
Yeah, pretty well. Probably the one who's getting paid the most money.
Right, Gamergate lady. Okay, does she not have a point that games are kind of off the charts with feminist representation? Anyone?
Wait, they're off the charts? What do you mean they're off the charts?
Yeah.
Well, you know, knocking off hookers. How about that?
Well, okay, see, here's the thing, and this is like the same thing we talked about last time. When Arnita Sarkeesian is listing these games and saying, oh, they're misogynist because you have to kill women, the games themselves do not require you to kill women. Okay, take Grand Theft Auto 5, for example. You're not required to kill hookers. So if you go around making a video killing hookers in Grand Theft Auto 5 and say, oh, see, this is misogyny, that's something you chose to do. You don't have to do it to beat the game.
But, Ken, can you see that's kind of weaselly? I mean, you know, they give me the choice of burning crosses on people's yards in the game, you know, but it's not my, you know, my fault that I go ahead and burn crosses on people's yards. You see what I mean? It's sort of like, why the hell is that even in the game?
Because if it's relevant to the game, then I don't see why not.
Okay. Violence against women is relevant to what kind of games?
Were we talking about video games?
What about violence to men in video
Why
games?
don't we
There's just as
Rob?
much. In fact, there's more in most video games.
Rob has just joined. Hold on, guys. Rob has just joined us. Hi, Rob.
How's it going?
Good. We're talking basically feminism versus atheism. I think right now we're talking a little bit of feminism. Just lie back and listen and pipe in when you catch up.
I mean, yeah, but the point is, you know, if we get rid of the violence against women, then we got to get rid of rape in video games and manslaughter.
Oh, rats! Darn.
And burglary, because that's violent and somebody can get hurt, and it's why are we promoting home violence?
I mean,
arson. We can't set anything on fire in the video games because that's
okay. I'm sure
and then
people
we're just playing fucking Pong, okay?
I'm sure I'm sure everybody's here seen those video games where the women are so scantily clad, and I mean it's just like outrageous, the depiction of women in these games.
Well, that's absolutely nothing new. Have you seen Star Trek from the first generation, if you will? Have you seen William Shatner's Star Trek lately?
I was thinking of that wrestling game, the one with the wrestling women. I was like, my God, man.
Okay, so you know what?
Where can I get a copy?
Here's what you should do then, if you have such a big problem with it. Design your own game with scantily clad men that go around only killing. I'll buy a copy of it. That only go around killing other men.
Right.
And you get to be a woman who is very conservatively dressed. Like, we're not even showing the lower arm. She goes around killing scantily clad men.
Burka.
Okay, look. Charlie's Angels without the angels.
I'd get into gaming if that were available. I don't get it.
I mean, the stuff doesn't sell.
And you get bonus points for, like, castrations.
For killing the firstborn.
What are you talking about?
When you kill, I think you get bonus points for when the firstborn. For when your child is born and it's a male and you kill it because
what
it's
is this, Harem Simulator?
You use testicles as money. You cut off a guy's balls, and that's the currency of the game.
Tara, they've decided that women should create their own games, and they're now designing the way the game's going to go. So
yeah, they are, but not in that way.
we're just going to let them hang themselves here. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, I know a lot of female gamers that have excellent games.
Right. Yeah. Oh, but Tara, they're just kidding. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, really. Come on, guys.
Well, I was speaking specifically towards Bunto.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I was just bringing
Eileen,
up.
for 1 second, this is what happens. You see,
That's
you
right,
need someone
yeah.
like me, the bitchy feminist, to get in here and smack all
That's
you guys
right.
on the balls.
That's right. I'm just sitting back here going, shake head, shake
Somebody
head.
said-
Get on here, Tara. We need you.
I believe it was Karen who said that nobody really has a valid voice in the feminist movement today. And I have heard a few
That's
things
not what I
that
said. I
resonate
said,
with
who
me.
has a valid feminist voice?
Yeah.
Anita
Who's the forefront
has said.
leader in the?
But
Me. No.
All right.
But
You know, that's really something I wonder, because I'm not really, I don't think I'm out there on social media as much as a lot of you guys. I'm
And there must be some substance to it.
So I just wonder who's,
Wise Apple. Wise Apple's pretty good.
Wise
Wise
Apple,
Apple?
Why do you need a leader?
We
Why
don't.
would they
but
need a leader?
she's a really
You
good
sound like
speaker.
Jeff Keller now.
Well, you
I
don't.
didn't say she was a leader. I just wondered who should we listen to.
You need a leader
Listen
in
to
order
yourself.
to
yeah, you kind of
to push forward, to move the idea along, to move support, to get support.
Yeah,
To-
I do. I know what you're saying.
to form a grassroots.
Is
Well,
it happening? I mean,
You
is
already
there
know I'm
somebody
not
out
a
there?
big fan of authority, so that's why I guess I think they don't need a leader.
Oh, the other reason
Oh.
I really don't. I don't know. I really can't put a lot of gravitas to certain topics because, 10 miles away from me, they're like rioting in the streets, and there's bigger debates like, what do we do with all these murderous cops running around? So.
Yeah, I'm really a short distance away from Ferguson, Missouri. So.
Yeah.
I was more like Bruce Jenner.
Oh yeah, right. I can't wait to have him be a female.
And it's not a related thing. It's widespread, and I just
Hey,
think
listen, you all want theism to just go away, right? Go into the trash.
that'd be nice. But
Completely back up today's feminists to the hilt.
Really, because the better educated the women, the mothers are, I promise you, I would never bring up a Christian kid, So I really think that really a targeting kind of campaign to educate women and help them to kind of pass on free thinking, critical thinking,
I'll give you a
actual
good
logic and reason. I think that would make a big
The
difference.
best target in the world today is Islamic women. I mean, we should just, when they start walking down the street in a burqa, we should just rip that shit off and throw it.
you just go up and assault the fuck out of somebody.
Wow, damn.
You don't
All
see that,
kinds of
because
stuff.
that would happen. She would be punished for that, though. You see?
Yeah, if you're in those countries.
Yeah,
where they-
exactly.
Well, shouldn't we eject all the Islamic men from America, from the Americas, Sid? Time to
Really?
go, Joe.
I don't know.
No,
Where
because
are we going to send them?
I'll tell you what,
Are we going to send them to
let's-
Canada?
Let's form a committee. Let's form a committee and have a discussion. And no, we're not going to send them to Canada. No.
no.
Why not?
They can go back to Mexico, where they came from.
Go back to
No,
Mexico
I
where
think-
this came from.
I want Karen to know that there's women out there that want to wear burqas.
I have a friend who wears a burqa, and she prefers to wear the burqa.
They are no help.
Well, some women are just
Yeah.
that ugly.
So what if I want to wear a burqa?
Go ahead. What is stopping you, Lou? You might fit in Wisconsin. There.
Really?
burqa.
There'll be on burqas there. I
I
love
want
it,
to wear
Karen.
that. That's a great idea. I need to go get a burqa for Wisconsin.
There's a new title for your show, Rob. Instead of Beyond Gods, you can call it Beyond Burkas.
In my show, did anybody
great.
see in my show last night? I had G-Man on.
I did.
Did he
No,
know?
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, it's on SecularTv channel, but he's quite the character.
He's that's all he is. He's a character.
I would have been there, but I got distracted by two naked women.
Oh, lucky you. Well, Lou, by the way, you look completely different.
I know. I changed.
Were they in burqas?
Yeah, really. They pre-burqa, post-burqa.
No burqas, just nakedness.
Well, apparently
Oh,
it's getting a
they're
lot of
naked.
views. It's almost at 300 views.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah. Well, it's G-Man, so you'll get a lot of these because everybody.
Because he's watching it over and over again.
Haha, funny.
G-Man's like in the basement of his sister's house, just Just going at it, watching his own videos.
You know, I've gotten to know him. He's a pretty nice guy outside of religion, but when it comes to religion, he's just unreasonable.
Well, that's because he's delusional. He just uploaded a video where he's walking
All the way to
around.
the bank, baby.
He's a crazy street
He
creep.
thinks answered prayer is proof of God.
Of course, because he thinks that, the rock.
Okay, but does he? Can I ask you? Did you ask him whether every prayer is answered, or are they selectively answered? Because if there are prayers that are not answered, then that kind of proves the coincidence factor after all, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's gonna be going. Oh.
Bunto, it was nice having you. I see you have to go. Thank you for joining me, my friend, and we look forward to seeing you on the show again.
Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was late. That's late already. That time flew by.
Well,
Yeah.
one of the things is, though, G-Man also believes in the idea of God's plan, and I don't see how you can have answered prayer and God's plan at the same time.
Because that means God made a mistake.
Yep.
Oh, he told me. He told me that.
Now that's the kind of God I can get into. One that's like a human. If humans are made in the image of
Like
God,
the Olympians?
and humans make mistakes,
Yeah, but
Wow, see, I'm not the only one who has a TARDIS in their backyard.
yeah.
What the hell, is that a hairdryer? Rob's using hairdryer right now?
Probably.
No, actually, I'm sorry. I just bought an HD TV and I'm still trying to get used to it.
damn thing off. Excuse me.
Turn this down.
Oh, mute yourself.
Oh, what's? No,
Right.
how can you hear that? It's at 1.
I got
Mute
another.
yourself.
I got. Who? Where? Who's muting who?
No, Rob.
Yeah.
Nice to
You're
you.
on the show. Don't have another sound unless you have headphones. Don't have another.
Dude, my TV's at 1. There's no way you can hear that.
It depends
Okay,
on.
okay, all right, no problem.
Unless you got
I'll
like
moderate.
Superman
I'll
hearing.
moderate as necessary.
I would like to order Superman hearing. Where can I fill out a form?
I found the most awesomest. I'm telling you, this is the most awesomest instructional video ever that I
Don't you
found.
dare.
No, what?
Do it.
On
What?
what? On what?
Wait, what are we being instructed to do?
I'm going to show you the most awesomest instructional video ever in the history of instructional videos.
Okay, but what's it teaching us?
This is a signal moment in the history of mankind. Excuse
Is it
me.
how to apply a butt plug? What's it about?
Close. You're very close.
How hard is that? 1, get the plug. 2, bend over. 3, insert the end.
Here's
No, breathe in. Brace.
breathe
Breathe
in.
in on clutch.
Wipe down on the wooden spoon.
The video is in the on the left side of the end of at the end of the picture thumbnails. There's a video
Damn
thumbnails.
it! Give it
And,
fucking.
and Kenny, this is the instructional video that you do not want to miss out on.
What is this even about?
It's about an instructional video.
Please tell me that a Zeppelin is just like a Zeppelin-shaped vibrator.
No, it's
Damn it.
An instructional video. Oh, look, there are vibrators on here, though.
Yes!
Is that a cock ring? There's vibrators, cock rings.
Yes!
What else is this about?
Watch the video. Just watch.
Dildos, metal
Oh.
toys, anal toys, men's toys, tops.
Strap-ons?
What's that? Toy mounts, pumps, lubricants.
Oh,
I like the
Interesting.
gift idea.
Yeah,
Push
so
the button here.
You can send gifts, Lou. What's your address? I'm gonna mail a blow-up doll to Lou.
That wouldn't disturb anybody in the house.
Come on.
Give a pet.
Maybe the lake. Just give me your address now.
Oh, okay.
That's the secret. That was your secret plan all along. You just wanted presents.
I want that fucking bed.
I don't think so. That
I
doesn't
would
look
fall out of that bed. Fuck
No,
that.
I don't like it.
I'd
Watch
fall
the-
out of that bed. How tall is that bed? Is it like 3 feet tall?
Yeah, it's 8 feet around. It's queen size.
The fuck?
It's queen size.
That looks
What are you
annoying.
looking at?
No, because you put the restraint system on it. You see.
Oh.
What are you looking? What?
It just doesn't look comfortable, no.
That doesn't look
Oh.
comfortable? I think it looks hella comfortable.
Well, they're having a pillow fight.
Well, I sleep on a couch, so any bed looks good.
Yeah, but if you watch the video, it's the instructional on how you set it up because it comes in like a box thingy. Okay, later, Karen.
See you guys. I gotta go.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Karen.
Bye, Karen. Thanks for joining.
Thanks a lot. Gotta go do a thing. Bye.
Everybody has to do a thing.
That's too much work. I'm just gonna send you the blow-up doll.
You're gonna send me the blow-up doll.
I actually do legitimately want to see what bondage crap they have in here.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of stuff.
Okay, I'm going to share with you guys what these people are talking about.
That's see, nobody needs to pay $200 for some leather straps.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Sorry, what are you showing us?
See the little video link at the bottom? All right, no, back up, not the bottom of the page.
So Lou, how come you got the advertisement for the dildo and not the cock ring?
I don't
Which
have
video link at which bottom? No, I don't see it.
Obviously, that means that the ads are selective, and
Hey,
they
if you
feel
want
like
a
you would
dildo or
enjoy
a cock ring,
dildo.
there's no problem with that.
I don't need a dildo or a cock ring.
Why are we talking about this?
Because it's funny. Because
we're feminists.
We're feminists and we talk about this shit.
Wait, hold on.
Positive.
Stop.
Watch the video. It's not a YouTube video.
There is no video.
Go
Yeah,
back to
seriously,
the
I don't see a
toys.
video.
Go back to the toys, Lou. What is a luxury vibrator?
Okay.
I must know.
It gives you a candy afterwards.
Let me show the video since I know where the video's at. Okay.
Oh man.
A mint. And then
Are
gently
you going to
fold
share
your
the video?
clothing
Are you gonna
afterwards.
share
Are
the
these the
screen?
luxury vibrators? What's so luxurious about these?
Okay, you got
Cost.
it. Okay, here's the video. If my computer will unfreeze. Hopefully. There. See, you click right there.
Looks like a cat bed.
Ah!
I don't think it's going to... So click that. Mine's not going to load.
I want a cat bed.
Yeah. I think that's like an awesome bed.
So now that we have to flag this video as 17 and up,
yes, you do. Unless you take the live... yeah, don't watch it when you're live. Watch it later when you're not live.
right?
Oh, is it,
Kids,
well,
please ask your parents' permission if you can watch
okay.
It's late. It's too late.
Gus,
I'm
dildos,
sorry,
cock
this is
rings,
a
and
fam-
books.
this
Please
is a
go back
family
in time,
show.
children, and ask your parents.
Well, that
This
one,
is a family show. We're only violence and swearing is allowed. No
No
nudity.
sex.
Yeah.
Except for talking.
Well, that's only because we're streaming on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crud, what's that?
It's
TARDIS.
called what's a telephone? Modern invention. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we're getting a new apartment.
You know what would be a dope idea is if we had a debate where you have to strip if you're losing.
We got the
Use a
apartment.
debate?
Awesome. That would
Well,
be so
then-
awesome.
A debate.
You'd have to find some really hot-looking smart bikini babes.
No, just anybody.
Robin.
Just anyone.
Yeah.
You come on, and then each person.
Well,
gets
okay.
5
How
minutes.
about Kizum?
Each person gets 5 minutes, and the one that loses has to remove an article of clothing.
You're lucky I have no shame.
I wouldn't even get a chance to get naked.
Well, I'd start off naked. I don't care.
I'd start.
Or maybe you're unlucky. I have
You
no
have to.
shame.
You have to peel off your skin then.
I would have.
I'd start getting dressed.
I would have to make it a fair competition. I'd have to start off wearing nothing but a merkin and socks.
I'm gonna start off wearing a burqa.
Nisa?
I'm only gonna wear a burqa and nothing else, so nobody can recognize.
But after I lose 25 pounds, I might see if there's any nude modeling gigs out there.
Awesome.
You know.
You could be the model for him for like the next Mortal Kombat.
I don't know. I don't want to get that big. I want to be like just like healthy, not fucking weirded out, freakish Lou Ferrigno thing.
Right, just naturally big. Well, if you want to get people's reactions, I can post your pictures on my Tumblr.
Oh
See
yeah.
how people react to them. Because
Oh,
Tumblr is
God.
basically social media
Hey.
for porn, so.
We have to stop and become Pimp Monk. Hey, Pimp Monk.
Oh, yeah, Pitmonk.
I don't know if you know it, but you stumbled into my hangout. How you doing?
I didn't know why.
Hey, Penmonk.
We're live. We're live and talking about sex toys.
Pimp Monk, what is your favorite sex toy?
My favorite sex toy is a female.
Yes.
Really?
Don't bark.
Yeah.
Don't bark.
I don't care what it is. If it's an object, it can be used.
So just anything with a hole in it.
What's the word for that? Not pantheism, but
Objectification?
Objective? No.
Oh,
anything
objectivism.
A boulder, if it exists, I can fuck it.
It's how it has a hole in it. If it has a protrusion, you can fuck it.
That's
I'll make a hole.
why trees have knots in them.
How feminist.
You'll create
Opportunity boulder fucking. That's what it is.
There you go.
boulder fucking.
Prepared by nature.
Equal opportunity dildos and rock formations to insert penises in.
Okay, if you can fuck a boulder, then I think at that point you're a superhero.
You're solid. Ha ha.
You're solid. You'd be considered a superhero.
Rock whore.
Write a comic about it. This person's superpower is they can fuck solid granite.
Every single one of us does everything can.
Without a rock and fuck it. And it's like it stops the enemies because they're so weirded out. It's just like, won't give this back now because what the fuck?
It's like there's an earthquake. Quick, stick your dick in the San Andreas Strait.
Shove it up. Okay, so they're awesome. They're awesome. Yes, you can come up soon. It's fine.
We need more viewers.
Come here.
Well, I was thinking that this debate or this chat that we're having about feminism versus theism and the coming clash of cultures, I'm thinking that we're going to stretch this over quite a few episodes because this is not a one-show topic, quite frankly. And I think it is a more serious one that we.
Lacy Green. Oh shit.
Are you telling me we
That's
haven't
what I was thinking
crashed this clown car good enough?
Oh my god.
I'm not saying what?
We haven't crashed the clown car good enough. We got to do it again.
No, we don't have to do it again, but we have to, and we don't have to do it, exclusively. We can just do it. We'll have a part 2. If not next week, then some other time. But this is part 1.
Okay.
There will be a part 2.
Oh gosh, we have 3 viewers, 3 people now. 2 people.
I know this is not our best viewership day.
No.
It's because we're not naked.
They're going to want to come back and watch this episode because I'm going to deliver the best one-liner that I've devised ever. And I may or may not use this in real life, but if I do, it'll be epic, and I'll only do it if I know I'm getting filmed doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it'll need to be used for evidence later.
Are you talking like a one-liner joke? Like, what do you mean a one-liner?
No, just a one-liner.
Let's hear it.
So, the scenario is coming out of the courthouse, and I get to meet somebody for the first time, and what I want to say, and I've thought long and hard about this, put a lot of effort into this, what I want to say to this person, and what it comes down to is I want to say, hi, I'm here to chew bubble gum and fuck your wife, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
That's
why he's a fan of Roddy Piper.
Shot in the head, but
Why?
And that's why it has to be on video, because I'm sure that would start a fight.
More like confusion. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm here to fuck your wife.
I'm
here to fuck your wife. Is I think the one that's gonna trigger.
That one's gonna trigger.
Yeah,
so Lou, what if
bubblegum
you?
So much.
So Lou, what if you say that and I offer you some bubble gum?
Oh, for crap's sake.
Are you just trying to ruin the master plan?
Because I have gum. I mean,
What are you?
have some gum.
Are you Captain Hammer? I think you're Captain Hammer.
You can fuck this gum if you want to.
Only I don't want it.
I want that beanie though to add to my beanie collection.
Get it at Walmart.
No, fuck no, I don't buy shit at Walmart. But if somebody buys something at Walmart and gives it to me, then I'll wear it.
So you want me to give you this beanie?
Yes.
I'll consider it.
Okay.
See, I knew it was all about the gifts.
It's all
All about the gifts. Christmas is every day.
I'm gonna put the beanie on your blow-up doll and mail it to you.
Good.
You're gonna mail it blown up?
Awkward. That's fucking awkward, man. You're gonna buy it an airplane seat?
If I... That's the emergency pilot.
Oh shit.
Close your mouth, please, ma'am. Close your mouth, please.
That's the navigator for Malaysian Airlines.
Oh.
If somebody told that to me, I would put it up in my window, facing the street.
Mark, please. Oh yeah, it's to freak people out.
Use it as
So
like a
would I if I
scarecrow.
lived in the penthouse.
Gaping mouthed woman in the window staring at you
With a beanie. With a beanie.
with the baby. It's like one of those silk babies, those silky feel so real babies.
I don't know. Kenny's the
Like
one that
super
wants.
realistic in the hands of a blow up doll. It's just like what? That would be the best blow.
Okay, we have Savash. Savash?
I don't know.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you guys?
Ça va?
We're all dead.
We're all dead.
None of us really exist. We're a figment of your imagination.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I am,
Who
I
are you
am
talking to? We don't exist.
from Turkey.
I like turkey.
From Turkey?
Yes.
Oh, gobble gobble.
No, it was a turkey of the bush.
Sid is a
Oh, you
racist.
got me.
Remind me not to appoint Sid as a diplomat. That would be counterproductive.
Who the hell has that Nokia phone, and why isn't it thrown out the window yet?
It's
That's-
oh, it is a Nokia, you're
That's
right.
a Nokia.
Yes.
That was Sid's drug phone, the burner phone.
The burner.
It's supposed to be a secret.
You're not a true Canadian if you don't have a BlackBerry.
I have been so busy out in the real world, I have like totally forgot to keep up with like You Better Call Saul and that kind of stuff.
I don't have a BlackBerry, but then I'm not a true Canadian because I live in British Columbia.
Oh, come on. No, tough love. You are Canadian. Deal with it.
Yes, you are Canadian.
And I got the medical coverage to prove it.
And I thought Alberta was bad. Come on.
Alberta's
Alberta.
now
Orange.
in the country.
Look, Sid, everybody is Canadian, okay?
The Alberta became socialist yesterday.
They became NDP. Oh, first time in 60 years. Goodbye, Rose Party. Thorn in my side. Let's have some oranges.
Who did?
Tell me about the Wild Rose Party. I have no idea about them. What and who are they? Are they? They sound like religious nuts.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, you look at Harper, and that's the epitome of what they want.
The old Reform Party. That's Wild Rose.
Yeah, the Tories.
Yeah, got it. But that's Canadian politics. Nobody cares about that on a live show.
Well,
on that note, I think we're going to end the live portion of the show. But before we do that, I just want to firstly thank everybody who's on the show, and I'll get to each one of you in a moment. But I just want everybody to know that you have been watching this show. Compliments. Or by virtue of the fact that SecularTv exists and allows me to bring you the show on their channel. I do want to also point out that the goal of SecularTv is to help promote unique and interesting content while focusing on a variety of diverse ideas that appeal to various groups in the secular community. In short, our goal is to provide a springboard for producers assisting in the production of quality secular shows without dictating or censoring content. If you have something to say, please contact us. Okay, with that, I'm going to say thank you to Lou. Are you going to be here next week?
No, I'll be in
No,
Wisconsin.
he's going to be in Wisconsin. Okay, well, you keep in touch. Let us know, because by the time next week comes and you are in Wisconsin, I want to be able to report from Lou Pliskin on assignment in Wisconsin.
And yeah, I don't even know if Wisconsin has internet. It's a red state.
It has what they call it, Sky Internet.
Sky internet.
Satellite.
Satellite. That's
Your
what
latency is going to be horrible, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. My computer's crap, anyways, but whatever.
Well, I'll report whatever I hear about you next week at next week's show.
I'm going
Kenny,
to Walkerland.
Kenny, as always, it's awesome to have you on. I hope to see you again next week. Whatever you have planned, cancel it.
Cancel everything.
Is there anything you want to plug?
Canadian guy.
Yeah.
Shut down the three-ring circus.
Is there anything you want to plug?
Yes, my YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's youtube.com/Mental Outlaw Studios. I make atheism videos, let's plays, and I talk about current issues in the world, much like what you see on here, but I derail it even further than this.
He's good.
Thank you so much.
That's right. I'm fucking awesome.
Yep.
And I will say that I have to agree with you. Savash, sorry that you came in so late, but you want to say something to us and to the broader audience before we leave?
I would say since 2002, Justice and Development Party is in charge in Turkey, and they are a really threat to secular system of Turkey. For example, for nearly 13 years they ruled. They have been ruling for 13 years now.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I think we can have a show.
Maybe you hear about Gezi protests, Gezi Park, Istanbul.
Yes. Yeah.
Protest. Yes. Against them, against Justice and Development Party.
Right. Okay.
And
I think. Yeah.
Really a threat to secular system of modern day Turkey.
We might actually need to focus on that in one or several shows, if it's okay with you. And
for example, I once listened to secular radio and the problems of secularism in United States, but we have very, very bigger problems here.
Yeah.
Yours are very small compared to ours.
Okay. Well, that's you will come back maybe next week. We'll talk about it. Okay. I want to say thank you to Tara.
Oh, thank you for having me.
No, you are last but not least. You have the longest platform. You can plug anything you're working on. You can tell us a bit about who you are, and but before you do that, I really want to thank you for coming in. You were a major asset to the show this week, and I hope you join us again. Say next week.
Thank you. I would love to, actually. That's wonderful. I really don't have anything to plug except for maybe the writers group I'm part of. We Are One Voice. It's on WordPress. Maybe check that out because there's a lot of different blogs on there if you like reading daily blogs for a lot of different people, and that actually ties in with the theme of feminism.
Excellent. That's wonderful. All right, everybody. I thank you again for watching Reason Speak. Please join us again every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern until we change the time and day again. Until then, stay secular, be happy.